All right, hey, what's up guys? It's Roy here, and I have the Pitaka Fusion Weaving MagEZ case for the iPhone 13 Pro here in front of you. Now this case comes in around $69 and you can pick it up on Amazon with Prime shipping, or you can go to Pitaka's website, which is ipitaka.com. Regardless, I will link both of them down in the description. Now Pitaka was kind enough to send this out for my review, so big thank you and shout out to them. Now as far as the packaging of this, let's take a real quick peek at it and let's get this bad boy open. So as you can see here guys, very similar packaging to the other MagEZ cases and all that. It does say, like I said, Fusion Weaving MagEZ case for the iPhone 13 Pro. And the big difference that you can tell with this case is that pop of color right there, which I'll show you up close and personal in just a second. Now as you can see with the little breakdown of everything, it's extremely lightweight at 22 grams. Very thin at 1.4 millimeters. So very, very thin case, MagSafe compatible, genuine aramid fibers, and Pitaka Flow, which is basically a part of their ecosystem of other chargers and things like that that the Pitaka brand makes. They make some awesome like car chargers, which I actually did a review on. You can follow the card up above. Yeah, so they have a really lot of cool things when it comes to their ecosystem that this that this phone case is compatible with. Now as far as the packaging, pretty simple on this side. It does kind of have their social media stuff on this side. On the back, a little bit of a breakdown of everything that we're going to go over. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy out. So you just slide this open and here's what you're greeted with: Alternative Tech Life, and you just pop it open and there it is. Now, I do want to point out this removal instructions because I will say up front that this case can be difficult sometimes to take off, and I'll show you why, but it does give you instructions on how to remove it. It does recommend to do it from the left side, starting with the bottom and then popping from the top. Now, as far as the actual case, here it is. I'm gonna just put it there. And you do have some stuff in here, which it's just kind of just breaking down, once again, their ecosystem, little accordion style thing in there, and then just a little card in here thanking you for your purchase there. So let's go ahead and just throw that to the side and let's take a peek here at the actual case. So as you can see here guys, it is a very thin case that has cutouts there that you can see. Now in the interior, as you can see here, you do see that ring that mimics the MagSafe charger. So with this particular case, there is built-in magnets in here that are going to help very much connect to that MagSafe charger right there. Very strong, a very strong connection. Pitaka branding there. As you can see, you have this aramid fiber styling inside here. So very carbon fiber looking, right? So there it is, very, very thin. So let's go ahead and grab my Graphite 13 Pro and let's put it on. So let me go ahead and clear out these notifications. So I always start with the left side and then just push in, and there it is. So there is the aramid fiber style case. Now this particular one is called Sonata. So as you can see here, it does have this fusion weaving, as they call it, that gives this pop of color inside of the aramid fiber case there. So it goes all the way from that corner there and wraps all the way up, and the same to the top, just at right where that edge is right there. So as you can see, it's a little bit different looking than the other Pitaka cases. And like I said, it just helps with that just little pop of color to just give it a little bit different look. But with all their cases that are in this fusion weaving lineup right now, they do actually have a various amounts. Actually, there's 4 total that you can choose from, and they all have like a classical theme, like Rhapsody, and then like I said, this one's Sonata, and I can't remember the other 2 off the top of my head, but there are just this kind of classical music theme, if you will. But there's the look of it. You do see the Pitaka logo there. And then, like I said, you can see you do have a little bit of a lip that is going to be protecting those lenses. So that is nice that even though this is a super thin case, you are going to get some lens protection out of it if you do place it back down. And apparently I am in the calendar. All right, so there's the look of it there. Now looking at the side here, as you can see, you do have that aramid fiber that does go all down it, except around the power button where the power button is exposed. So you are able to feel it there. And then wrapping down to the bottom here, you can see obviously it is a complete cutout here down at the bottom. So your speakers, your mic, your lightning port, all that is exposed. But you do see that you are able to get a little bit of like a little lip up around the corners there. So it's gonna help a little bit with protection. And then here on the side, as you can see here, guys, it is once again very similar to the other side. Aramid fibers all around, except where the giant cutout is, where the volume up and down buttons and your alert slider button is. And then at the top, once again, just kind of that mimic of the bottom where it's just cut out. You can kind of see the antenna band and all that there. Now at the front, you can see that there is some tiny, tiny lips that do go around the edge. So like you can see, I don't know if it's gonna make my, hopefully this angle helps, but there is a little bit of a lip and you can kind of see it up against my hand. So it's definitely there and it's present. It's not gonna be like a huge just, you know, case obviously that's gonna help protect your phone if you drop it. Definitely guys, don't go chunk this 10 feet up in the air because it probably will not save your phone. It's a minimalist style case, as you can tell. So let's go ahead and let's just kind of take another peek. So there's not really any clicky button test that I can do since I'm actually just clicking the normal buttons, but we can do our wobble test. So let's do the back down first. So as you can see, it is definitely a shaky mess. And it's just because one, obviously there's a lip around that big giant camera bump already. So there is always gonna be a shake unless it's just super flat. And on the front, it's actually completely flat. So there is no shake if you do care about the front. So next, let's just go ahead and grab my MagSafe charger here. And let's go ahead and see how strong that connection is. So as you can see there, instantly recognizes that it is on a MagSafe charger. And with this connection, guys, it is very strong. Like as you can see there, immediately finds it. I can hold it, I can swing it around, I can shake it. It is not coming off. It is a very strong connection. And I can report that I have been using this for about 2 weeks now, and I have used it on 3 different MagSafe style wireless chargers in my vehicle. Every single one of them passed the test. It stayed on flawlessly. It never fell off. So it is a very strong connection with this. So the overall just kind of grade of this case is it just really depends on how much you love aramid fiber cases and how much you love just a different look on an aramid fiber case. Like I said, it is the first time that they've been able to fusion weave in color like this on an aramid fiber case. So that's something, but it's $69 and it's a super thin case. So would I recommend it? Absolutely, I would recommend it. If you are someone that loves aramid fiber cases, definitely go and scoop it up. But at the same time, guys, it just really depends, like I said, on what your budget is and kind of what you're going after with a phone case. This is a case that's very premium, very sleek, very, I don't know, like if you're going to a black tie event or something like that. This is just a cool case to slap on, not be bulky in your pocket. Has a really great grip to it. That aramid fiber grip is really awesome. I really love it. And I do love that this is a fingerprint not magnet, but it does kind of show smudges. So you are gonna deal with that. You will eventually start to see a little bit of that ring show up when you are using your MagSafe case with a charger. But you can just wipe it and it just goes away, at least so far in my experience with all my other Pitaka cases. And just to show you, since I talked about it at the beginning, is removing this. It does recommend starting from the left side, and you start from the bottom here, and then the top here, and then it just basically just kind of pulls out. So it's pretty easy. I don't recommend trying to do it from like the corner and then trying to pop it, because that's usually how I do it, but it does make it for a very difficult experience trying to do that with this case. So there you have it, guys. There is the iPhone 13 Pro with the aramid fiber case from Pitaka, the Sonata, as you can see here. So hit that like button, guys, if you like the video. If you love it, please subscribe and ring that notification bell for up-to-date content. So be safe, God bless, we'll see you on the next one.